Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. One of the prominent Igbo men who have decided to make himself a one-man army to work against anyone agitating for a separate country called Biafra is Igbokwe. He had several times, on several occasions, decided to stay against those who are working for Biafra or working for the good of a separate state called Biafra. And he has not minced words, he has called them out. And this time around, one would think that after the issues incident that came, no, that befell him some weeks back, he will be a bit more calm and quiet. But no, Joe Igbokwe is not one that wants to keep his mouth shut. In fact, he's saying quite a lot. And I want us to look at this, in a objective manner. And let's once and for all look at this and dialogue. Does this make sense? Is it is it worsening the situation by the statements he makes, or is he trying to showcase to the world how peaceful he is? Before we go into the news proper, I'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you say bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, a popular All Progressive Congress APC chieftain, Joe Igbokwe, has expressed joy over the absence of any form of movement in his home state for the last 72 hours. In one of his social media page posts, Igbokwe happily wrote, "In the last 72 hours, I have not heard that the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, have brought down someone in Anambra. Are they on break or ceasefire? Igbo land, the land of rising sun, shall rise again." Because reaction stems from the fact that Anambra, which was a chaotic zone some days back due to activities of UGM and alleged ESN, the security subgroup of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, is experiencing a relative peace. This is due to the ongoing election, which prompted the federal government to deploy a large number of security men there. Well, this particular absence of chaos is not a thing of joy to Igbokwe alone, but to many other patriotic Nigerians as security men have taken over. Well, okay, but before we go into further analysis, let's just quickly feel the pulse of Nigeria. So lots of people have called him up. This one is uncensored and in no particular order. In no particular order. This one here is saying, "Were you praying for it?" It simply proves that IPOB is an organized and disciplined people. They openly urge their members to sheathe their swords for the elections to hold, and they complied. So, Igbokwe, you didn't want peace and tranquility to prevail? Just like someone quickly mentioned about the CNC, command and control. What they're trying to say in effect is when they give the control, like what Nankan usually say CNC, what it means is the command and control. That's you give the command, you should be able to control the command, and so that it goes exactly how you want it. I guess they're still looking at the CNC condition. This one here is saying, listen. And so I said, how is he even sure that it was actually IPOB that was involved in all this chaos and mayhem? This one I said, listen, ESN IPOB has no option than to go out of the road because the men that showed their video claiming to be BNG and also trained in Israel. I wonder where they got that from. That same day, the lost is inside them. Stronger. This one here is saying, Igbokwe don't mind ESN and IPOB. Now mouth them sabi. Election hold for Anambra, them run go hide. Show face and collect. No, don't say that too. Nobody asks for chaos, so don't even go there. Look at what happened. Just let's leave. Let's look at what this man is saying. Look at what happened to NSAS. It started as a peaceful protest. Before we say who goes there, it became almost uncontrollable. It may come as ESN or IPOB giving an order, sit at home, force should then force sit at home and order. You may be surprised. More people that is not even IPOB, people who are not even identified with IPOB movement, people who are not even known to be agitators for Biafra may just come and hijack it And you may be thinking it's IPOB, don't know that it has gone out of control. And the people who are doing it, and now the only thing you will hear is the last name mentioned, IPOB. They are the one that did it, or the IPOB, they gave the order. But it has gone beyond that. And that's why anybody is saying that they should have gone ahead and collect. Nobody prays for chaos. Don't go there. See, these are security personnel too. They are humans. They got family. Ask them deep down in their heart, they don't want it. Everybody loves peace. Even the person who claims to be well trained for times of problem will always advise you, if as much as you can, follow peace. Let's not that everybody is celebrating them for even saying, they finally heeded the cry and the call of the elders, saying if you do this and people sit at home, they don't have food to eat, or you do sit at home and the election doesn't hold and any kind of person mounts that seat as the governor of Anambra State, who will be worse for it? It's going to be the indigents. So while we say what we say, let's also remember that the fact that they listened to the cry of the people, the fact that they heard the cry and the call of their elders and the elite, it clearly shows they're even responsible enough and respectable enough to listen to the call of their own. And I think rather than castigate them and saying they should collect, anybody can collect. Look at what is happening in the north. Nobody is telling them to retreat. And look at what is happening. The north cannot be, in some part of the north, not all the north. No, some part of the north, you can't even live there comfortably. Some of those people sleep with their two eyes open, not even closed. So does it mean that people don't have the capacity to do that in every part of the region? They can. But wisdom, respect, restraint, comes into play. And if they have done that, you should celebrate them, not to mock them. Some persons will keep saying, why did you have to call it off? It clearly shows that no, you are not, that you are asking for peace. It's not a sign of weakness. Honestly, it's a sign of strength. That when somebody looks for your trouble and you go out of your way to stay in peace with the person, it's a sign of strength, not of weakness. Well, the other guy is saying that Igbokwe should actually be careful what he's saying, so that he should not reenact what people have. Now the question now is, okay, let me quickly answer this. The question now is, they keep calling out IPOB, calling out ESN. But several, I've even heard the governor say that it is actually the elites, those elites that are actually behind all these things. It's not even IPOB. I've once or twice, Imo State governor has made mention of the fact that those who are actually causing insecurity in the state are those elite, political elite. So why keep calling them? Sometimes they give them that name UGM just to give it, ambiguity to the whole situation. That's what we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation. What's your take?